So I was talking about
Praise.
praising divine qualities in nature.
Yes.
So when you see a beautiful sky, for instance, or a
Mhm.
beautiful view, like this
We have all
water
around.
here, we praise the qualities which we see in nature.
Yes, by using our voice. So we don't have to pray, because usually people, pray, like Prashant have explained it hundreds of times. So when we pray, we are asking for God or divine or higher energy to get something, Please
Yes.
give me 1,000 krona today.
For no
I need
rhyme
it.
or reason.
For no rhyme or reason.
Please
Because you
give me-
forget, right? Because
Yes.
if you are not connected to nature, you have no sense.
Yes.
You are not you don't have a sense or understandings,
Yeah.
a good quality of understandings things. It can be subject, it can be whatever it can be. So you don't pray, you praise, like he have said. You praise by, oh, such a wonderful bird you are. You are a wonderful bird. Or the sky is the element, the blue sky today is wonderful. And
Yes.
you can bow down, and you can say that I bow down because I'm not as beautiful as the sky.
That's also to understand that there are higher beings and that nature is also alive, and it's something that you should show respect for.
Yes,
Just as you show respect for a higher being, you show respect for
Absolutely.
nature. So it's the same principles.
in nature and in higher beings or divine or God. So,
Yes.
so when we ignore nature, like we fish, we just kill, or another, hunting, and they say we are going out to the nature, and they are eating a lot of meat, which is another subject. Very difficult here in Scandinavia.
Yes.
A lot of restaurants and meat eater, which is not good. And this will take also karma, because the energy can never go up, and you have no chance to evolve yourself with your onde, with your spirit,
ande
not
på
soul.
svenska. Yes. And that we should talk about the subject about spirit and soul.
And soul, yes, it's very important. I
Yes.
didn't know it either. I mean, Prashant
Because-
has all the answers,
Yes.
and he has given it to lotusocean.net, where everybody can see if they want to. But I mean, does it seem to you that people want to evolve? It seems like people doesn't want to evolve. They want to stay where they are, which means they are going to go under. They are going to get another body which is bad quality than this, if they don't follow the multiversal laws, or they are going to go under, and under realms, under the earth, which is hells. And hells are created. I was asking, Prashant, where are the hells?
Yes.
Where is hell? Because it's here also.
Yeah.
But here is like a combination of hell and a bit good. So we are actually lucky that we are born as human. In this lifetime. You never know what we were before. Our spirit is evolving. So what are hells are created if it is necessary. They are not like forever. So if, for example, if we were evolving, most of people on earth, there is no hell. And there were no hells before. Hells were because necessary. It was necessary to create hells because of how we behave here. So it's too much karma to handle on earth. So they go down to, for example, meat eaters. As they say in Vedic Sanskrit text, Bhagavad Gita, for example. So if you eat meat, especially cow, which I have don't eat cow meat. I have explained it, but people, it's not easy to understand. But when they eat especially cow meat, because cow is very related to earth, and I've seen it. I study a bit languages, so every language almost in Albanian, in Sanskrit, in Egyptian, Latin, they say the word earth is related directly to the cow or to the bull or to the calf, because it means that when you eat meat, when you eat especially cow meat or calf, you have broken one of multiversal laws, so you will not be evolved. You have no chance. I mean, no chance to evolve at all. So don't eat it, people. It's very easy. There is a lot of food, and I don't eat it, and I'm good. You don't eat it.
I don't eat it.
It's very good. And you get smarter.
I mean, the vegetarian diet, just going to a vegetarian diet, you will feel lighter, you will feel healthier.
Yes.
It's the same with all the principles. It will enlighten you in so many ways. It's like the diet. It will enlighten you, make you lighter, make you feel lighter.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about the cow thing, because Prashant has said that the cow is a fractal of Earth.
Yeah.
So basically a cow is a compact form of Earth.
Exactly.
So we can understand Earth and see it in a different form. But it's a fractal, so it's basically the same thing.
Exactly. So when we eat, especially cow meat, you have dishonored Earth, and actually the goddess also, Vaka, which is the calf name. So when you dishonor higher beings, you are in big trouble, right? And so when you have a vegetarian, only vegetarian real food, because I've studied vegetarian food many years, only where you, the only place where you get it is in India, also Vedic knowledge, which is Bharat, not India. Vedic knowledge, they know how to eat. So Prashant has talked many of that, and if there are people, they can ask us. We can teach them what to eat. I got lessons also from Prashant what to eat. I mean, it's so important what you put inside. Everything is important. I mean, they go to a restaurant and eat like it's very good, nice plate, but to get that plate there, a cow is mistreated before with a milk stuff machine, and then
That's basically hell.
yeah. So that is the reward after
Yes.
someone has eaten a lot of meat. It will go to the hell, which is created because nobody listens. They go there and the Bhagavad Gita, as I said, they go and get the same thing. I mean, people who eat a lot of cow meat, for example, when they go to hell, so until they learn, they say, I'm sorry, they learn the lesson, they get treated like the cow they treated. So it will be like,
That is the law of karma. Whatever you...
until they learn, they don't need to do that. I mean, you
No.
just don't eat it. You only get positive things,
that's the
nothing
hard way.
negative.
The hard way to learn is to do it
Yeah,
way.
the hard way. So it's not good. I mean, but doing not connection, not when you don't have connection with nature, then you just eat it because you work so much. You don't have time. You don't have time to think. You have a family. You know, you should care about others. When you don't care about, yourself, you cannot care about yourself.
Yes.
It's very hard.
And if you eat meat, I suggest you to visit a slaughterhouse yourself. Be there and see how the cows are treated. And
Yeah.
then decide if this is something you feel good about.
Yeah.
I think that's a good
Start
start.
point.
Yes.
But when they know that they are going to these places, after they leave this body, they get another body, and they feel pain also. Pain in health, and they're gonna be treated by others, which are people, and you're gonna be the animal that has been killed. Then you have eaten a lot of all the time without even saying, oh, poor animal, what has happened to this animal? So that is important. But multiversal laws are truly important.
Yes.
I mean, that's
yes.
a big subject. But just to center the body, it's very important. Like I said, it's the hands, like you have a lotus flower, Prashant said. So it is not like, you should not be stressed. Like it's very, you feel very light and not heavy at all, not stressed. You can just say nature if you have from the house. I don't have, actually. I had the sky at least. You have the house. It was very nice to be in the nature. Extra, it's extra bonus, like.
But you start wherever you are.
Wherever you are, at
whatever
home.
you have.
Whatever
if you're
you
in
have.
a big city, then at least you can look up to the sky.
Yeah, and even if you don't have anything, you just go on the floor, on the ground, wherever you are at your apartment, and you just center your body, and you just do the centering, which means do like this. So you bow, especially if you see something very beautiful. If you see a bird going, everybody will see a bird. What a beautiful bird that is. I mean, you praise it from the voice, and then you say, I bow to the higher forces, because I don't have so much energy as them, so it's good. I mean, you have the big bosses in your side, like, you're gonna get rewarded. It's logic. So you just center your body as much as you can, actually. So it's beautiful. We have nice waves here. And the sun is setting. So
Yes. Can move.
a bit so we can take the water.
Yes.
So centering is very important.
Centering.
I
is
had no
very-
idea. It can change you. For example, I worked a lot before, and when you work too much, if you don't care about yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit, which is the Trinity, so they are related to each other. So when you don't care about the one, for example, body, by eating whatever, by working hard, by going to the gym, these muscles, and it's not good for the body. The back doesn't like it, but it doesn't say anything. But
We are not here to torture our bodies. Prashant used to say
Yeah,
over and over.
yeah.
We're not here to torture our bodies.
But we do torture. I was torturing my body, and I had pain back when you sit on the chair. So just try for 1 month. Don't sit in a chair on a sofa. Just sit like this on the ground. And do the centering,
The bowing.
the bowing. So actually bowing, when you bow to higher forces, actually it means that you are going up
Yes.
instead of going down by not doing that.
And also the praising.
Yeah, evolves you.
The praising. If you praise a higher being or something higher, then you go towards that.
And we have had responses. Prashant is the super expert. It's many documented in videos.
Yes.
But we also, we not so important. Like, you have seen a rainbow, right?
Yes.
You have a picture. I also have a lot, also with the birds and
That's
rainbow.
the thing. When you start paying attention to nature and you have that connection with it,
You get response.
you get
right?
responses, and that keeps on increasing.
And that gives you
increasing.
pleasure, right?
Yes.
It gives a lot of pleasure. That
Yes.
is evolving.
That is
You
evolving.
have pleasure by evolving.
Yes.
If you're going down, you don't have. You're just desperate and going down, down, down. It's not good because you are not going up. It's very easy actually
Yes.
to understand, but it's more easier when you do it, when you have practice. So another thing with what Prashant says, it's the
Exercises.
the exercises, which are amazingly. With the back, only by doing this centering your back, you're not going to have a pain afterwards because you are. You are not perfectly centered, but you are trying. And when you try, it's good. You are actually evolving without ever understanding it. You are evolving. So the ahs make it even better. The birds. So we can make some ah. Just go. The head
Very
must go
loose.
like 30 degree. Yeah.
You tilt your head a little bit back,
Yeah.
and you simply do a ah sound.
Yeah. We can just make it for fun.
Yes. Even the boat is with us.
And the birds also.
Yes. And that is helping to center the speech also, because that's a point
Yes.
Prashant always emphasizes.
And the breath also. The breath, I
Yes.
mean. Because they go to yoga. I have gone to many years to yoga. It doesn't help going to courses or paying money, or it doesn't help. I've been there for years. And you get a bit elastic, but the weight doesn't get better. Pain back doesn't get better. Nothing, actually. You could just feel better for 5 minutes. But not like this, like Prashant say. If you do centering, this is the real yoga. You know, yoga. Connecting with the divine.
Yes.
Union with the divine.
Exactly.
So that is the real one. And you can do it by completely free at home. You don't have to spend, don't have to go to yoga teacher. They don't know this. Because this is a sacred teaching which Vedic knew. I mean the rishis, and which Prashant reveals us all the time. It's very easy, so it is actually centering all the time, as much as you can, and doing the ah. Ah. So you open your mouth and you can just take out the voice, your inner voice, and that helps you evolve, and that helps you, the energy is going like in the center of the spine. Like, you should just imagine your
Center line.
center line, yeah. Just don't do like that, or center, symmetric, and center it like all the time, and that's it actually.
There's no more mystery to that.
It's no yoga, like
no strange postures, no strange bending.
no up.
And the important thing is you can practice it very intentionally when you just sit and do it like that.
Yeah.
But also in everyday life when you're doing activities like, for instance,
Right.
cooking food,
yeah.
or whatever you're doing, like always try to keep
Centering.
as centered posture as you can in that exercise or whatever you do.
Yeah.
To be mindful about that, how your posture is,
Right.
to keep a centered posture.
Yeah. As much as possible. As much as possible. But yeah.
I would like to ask you, because
Yes.
you have actually met Prashant Trivedi.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yes. I have speak
Thank
with
you.
him, doing an interview with him online, and that
Yes.
was wonderful.
I've
But-
seen that. Very good.
But how was it to actually meet him in person?
Yeah, it was very wonderful. It was in Albania. It was very spontaneous. It was not planned. And I thought when we were writing, at least in the messages, it was when he wrote me, or when we wrote, when I wrote, I was talking about him to another person. So it was fractality, because with Prashant is always fractality. It's very funny. But it was, so he came to Albania. And in the hotel, when I was with friends, I told everybody that it's going to be thunders and coming a magic man. He's going to have a show. I was actually just saying that. I didn't know that. Just to make them, to make that more interesting. But he came actually, and it was thunders. For real.
Wow.
It was very much, and it was like, it was quite connected. I mean, just he could see it, and it was lightning. Many times. So I was like with him in a city which is called Kruja, and that was amazing. It was amazing. It's like up in the mountain a bit, and it was very nice. I mean, I could not believe it that I was going to meet him. It was quite unbelievable, but it was very true. It was very nice, and it was very special. I mean, I've seen his interview before, and I couldn't not. I was asking, how do you know, like, and why? How do you do this to nature? I mean, how do you do this? Responses.
Yes.
Do you do like abracadabra or what? He said that I don't do nothing. The nature is praising him.
Yes.
It's the nature who responds to him because he's a very high being. Very, very high.
Like super high.
Super high, like
Yes.
Vishnu, Shiv, Narayan, Krishna, at that level. So the Trinity, we can say, in the Vedic Sanskrit knowledge. So everything, what happens around him, it's fractal. It's not only in the pictures where we see from YouTube. That is nothing. I mean, when you meet him, it's marvelous. And he's very nice. He's very kind. He answers to your whatever. I mean, I was asking so stupid questions, like the rainbow or who created the world. I mean, immediately like. What is Vedic knowledge? Like Vedic knowledge is a whole holistic, like
Yes.
who created this world and why things are going so wrong. What do you do? Yeah, just do basics. Just start with basic. What is basic? Like sitting like this. What does that mean? Like. And then I did it, like he said, and I saw a wonderful changing, big. Changing big things, like it is very healthy for one's body, and when body is fine, centered, so becomes the spirit, because we have, like we said, we have spirit, not soul, not yet, because the sun has a soul.
Yes.
Sole in Italian, sole, sul,
Sol på svenska.
solo. Right?
Same word.
The same word. So, so being centered with the body, it means that you are becoming actually more powerful. So when you bow to the higher beings, like you can go up, you can evolve instead of going down. If you don't have no idea that exist higher, I mean, everyone knows that higher beings. They say God all the time. Oh God, oh gosh, oh that, oh. I mean, whom are you talking to? I mean, who?
Yes.
Where is it?
Yes.
Why don't you see him in this world? Like, in this perfect world?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, the world is good, but the beings are not behaving good. We don't know this centering, we don't do this, we don't bow to higher beings, we don't bow to nature, we can...
And we treat nature badly.
Very bad.
Very bad. I mean, all the killing of animals
Killing
is
of
one
animals.
thing.
I mean, even a picnic, you know?
Yes. Throwing trash.
Throwing
like
trash,
that.
fishing.
So we have
Killing
to
it.
get to the understanding that everything around us is sacred. It's holy.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. It's
Yeah,
holy.
and it's holy.
Yes.
But we are part, so we don't see the whole thing, so that we get ignorant. That is one also a reason, because like Prashant is Param Atma. He has soul. We other beings, we have spirits, I mean small. But if you work, you can get
Get higher.
yeah, but you have to follow Prashant, and he has a lot of interviews. A lot. I mean, he has so many. I know a bit, and I see new things all the time.
Every time there's a new interview, you always get new things, you always share new things, and you can also even rewatch the same interview like 10 times and you will get new things from it.
Right.
That's my experience.
No, that's my experience too. That's mine too. It's amazing. But people in Norway have a very, in Norway, in whole Scandinavia, in Albania too, or Balkan, with the meat eating. That is one crucial point. That can change a lot. I mean, also when I became vegetarian, I didn't eat nothing. I mean, not fish, not meat at all. I mean, they say vegetarian, they eat chicken.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah, that's strange in here in Scandinavia. They say they're vegetarian, but they eat chicken and fish and yes.
That's insane and very stupid. If you eat fish, you get selfish. And if you eat cow, you be coward. I've said it in some other places too. You just and in Albania now, trupesh is the fish, tru is the brain. So if you eat fish, you become trupesh, which means stupid. I mean, the language you say is all the time because the ancient knew about these things. They were more educated. I mean, not in school, but they had more knowledge. We are not so much. We think that we have studied. I've studied a lot, master degree, whatever. It's no use.
Yes, that's a funny thing because we think that the education in this world is actually giving us something worth knowing when it's actually not.
Giving you a big shit.
Yeah, because the important thing here is not to know stuff about this world in that way, because what's the use of it?
Yeah. What's the point? Why we are here? To get a study? To get a degree?
The point is to evolve yourself.
Right. That's why we are here. Because if we don't evolve, and it starts by the body. It's the body who we can work because we have the body. I mean, do you see your spirit? I don't see it. I can feel it.
Yes.
I don't see the spirit. I cannot do something with my spirit or with the mind. Mind is mind is the horse who runs very fast, and it's related to the moon, the mind, manas, which is fast, and you cannot do something with that. And the rishis and sacred people before who had this knowledge, they use the body. So it starts everything with the body and centering with very easy things.
That is actually what you can control. You can control the body. You can't control the mind.
Which, if you control the body, then you can control your mind, and the spirit evolves. That's the Trinity. You cannot do something more than that.
And that's what I love about PT, because he always emphasizes the basics.
All the time.
And he's so passionately and patiently giving us that knowledge, yes.
I mean, he's a very higher being and he's coming down to show us that all the time. He's saying basics are important.
Yes.
And that only the basic can evolve you. And others are like degrees and no, we know everything. This ego, like he's saying, it's a notion that you know something, but you don't know. But you think that you know because you have degrees and you have read a book. I've read many books, but I don't know. So we have this notion that we know.
Yes.
That is why that stops people a lot.
Yes, it's actually a hindrance, because when you realize or when you accept that you don't know, that's when you really can start to learn.
Exactly.
So that's the basic starting point.
Yeah.
When you say to yourself, when you're honest that you actually don't know,
exactly,
then you can learn.
Yeah.
But if you think you know,
you cannot learn anything.
Then you're
just
trapped
go,
in that ego.
In that ego, and then the only thing you will get is suffering in this life until we die, and then you get another body which is even worse than this, and that is the hell. And then we learn, like we say, oh, I got it, I know now. And then you can be born again as a human. I mean, it takes so much time.
Yes.
And many lives. So you are wasting, we are wasting our time if we don't evolve ourselves.
Yes. And you can actually just test the principles for yourself, because they will have a direct result. In my experience, you will see results
Immediately.
immediately. Yes.
Like he's saying, if you bow to higher being, you get a reward. You get a reward immediately. You don't have to wait until you get become a pensionist to work so hard, just to suffer because you are. I mean, not many years, and you are sick, and you cannot center yourself so much when you're old. You can do it. Anyone can do it, but it becomes difficult. I mean, but they can do it. Anyone can do it at any age. This centering the body. Anyone has a chance until they lose this knowledge.
Yes.
You know. So that was good topics.
Yes. I think we should change the camera angle. Put it nice to
so
have.
many birds. I mean, I've seen like 100 now in this side.
I think it's beautiful. Thumbs up from this.
Oh yes, it is actually. No, that one was good because the sunset.
Okay, but I think we will become very dark.
It's fine. They have seen us. I think this is nice. View. So the multiversal laws, which no one knows that exist, are actually the reason why we are born here, to get to know them. And believe me, there are many. So one can find about multiversal laws by Peace book.
Peace Gita, yes.
Peace Gita. He has other books, but Peace Gita is...
Peace Gita is a very easy read in the way that there's not so much text on each topic.
to remember.
But it's very powerful and potent.
Amazing.
Like every page, I usually laugh after a page because I find it so perfect. It makes so much sense, and it's just sometimes I find it. I don't know why I laugh, but it's so right on the point.
Yeah, he can explain with 2 words. Others can write a book and not explain the point, because he's the point.
Yes.
He's the point, and his music is amazing. I mean,
yes, that's
if
another
one is
thing.
making centering and hearing his music, it helps amazingly a lot.
And you can see on Lotus Ocean YouTube channel, you can see Prashant play his music in nature, and you can see how connected and how aligned with nature and the responses.
It's amazing. And it seems, I mean, others who have not heard about him, when they see it for the first time, they say, oh, it's like Photoshop or something.
Yes.
How can you make it with thousands?
No.
With
No.
thousands of rainbows, thunders, which I saw with my own eyes.
No.
These fishes, I mean, fishes response to him. In Albania, it came thousands of fishes when we went to coffee in the beach, Durrës. I mean, I saw them and I thought, what is going on? Like, there is no fish. I mean, there's not so many fishes here. And it was coming more, or like they were talking in telephone, like, come, Prashant is here. We have to bow to him. Really, I saw it with my own eyes, and other stuff also. I mean, but that with fishes, it was like, and they were jumping, and we have pictures. Yes. It is all real what he has done. Yes. I mean, it's amazing, and how he plays the electric guitar. Oh my goodness!
And that's another thing, his music, because it's always new, it's always fresh. It's not a song that is rehearsed.
I asked him, do you write your music? I mean, he said no, it doesn't. It's new all the time, because
and it's always so in tune with nature. Perfectly in tune with nature. So what you see in the nature and what you hear are exactly the same. Not exactly the same, I should say, because the music adds a little bit more to it.
Extra, bonus.
Yes, yes. So and the music will have an effect on you when you listen to it, and I have listened to it a lot in my home lately.
Me too.
And it has a very good effect on you.
And you don't, your ears are get like very nice energy, and they don't like anything else. Other
Yes.
music I like
Yes,
bullshit.
that's true. It makes me like
Because you see the difference.
yes, and it takes time because
takes
in the
time.
beginning you it's not like that directly.
No.
But when you're getting used to the music,
It's like 2
it's
weeks,
like
3
nectar
weeks.
to your ears. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it is really,
Yes, I
really
love it.
nectar. It is amazing. That has been effect, especially, actually, this Navratri music
Yes.
he has.
Yes.
I mean, I heard it this time.
Yes.
Big effect, big effects
Yes.
on one's, and you can feel. I mean, the energy. Sometimes it's you can when you evolve and you're glad, you smile.
Yes. Yes.
And you are more concentrated, you are more reason. When you speak, you don't lie. And the fractality, it becomes, you come to fractality a bit more than before.
Yes.
Synchronicity, fractality. And you can feel, when you evolve, you can feel the energy.
Yes.
It is, you feel it. It's not something like you don't feel
That-
or is very outside of you.
That's the thing what I like so much about Prashant Trivedi, because everything in his teaching is tangible, it's
Practical.
practical, and it's nothing that you have to believe in something.
Yeah.
It's just the real deal, and you will know that for a fact for yourself,
Yeah.
because when you feel that you're evolving, you will feel how that feel when you are connecting with nature and having that connection.
And you get a bit of response.
Yes.
Like even us. I mean,
Yes.
who are we?
Yes, yes.
So it's wonderful. You get only positive things. But the new ones who doesn't know him, they don't. They have to see his interviews and read the book.
Peace Gita is a very good
It's a
start.
very good start.
Yes.
When I saw it in the beginning, I mean, I thought it was many words and like a roman, you know, roman,
Yeah, yeah.
like novel. No, it was very easy,
Yes.
and it has, each word has amazingly power.
Yes, yes. And it's
And
truth after truth after truth. And it's much about his own observation in this matrix, how he sees how we are living and how the world is.
Yeah.
And he just puts it so on point, on spot.
Yeah, and
He's
then
setting the
yeah.
record straight.
Yeah,
actually. Yes.
he is, and he is explaining the words. So he's quite he's very holistic. He knows about many subjects, but he goes into the language also.
He's a master
So
of languages.
he's explaining many words because I'm very interested in languages. So I mean, when he explains, for example, the word responsibility.
Mm. Yes.
It's your responsibility because you have to respond
Yes.
to get evolved or to higher beings or to nature. You have to do things.
It's your
because-
ability to respond,
Yeah,
to make a response.
that's why
Yes.
it's called responsibility. You
Yes.
have responsibility because you have to respond, and that is in all languages.
Yes.
Ansvar på norsk,
Mhm.
svar
Ansvar på svenska.
og
Ja,
besvare, ikke sant?
Besvara.
Besvare,
Mm,
ansvar.
Just det. Ja.
So it's the same.
Yes.
So it is very true
Yes. Yes.
because I like to check, you know. So
Yes.
what he's saying is amazingly true. And I've asked him a lot about the astrology, and I want to
Yes,
know about
yes,
these things.
astro-
But he's saying that basics first, and he has a very big point. It was
Yes.
true. It takes time to fix the body.
I'm
It's
actually
not done immediately.
I'm a good example of what he explains the phenomena where people just trying to learn astrology, because I have been trying to learn astrology for maybe 10 years.
Really?
I have had teachers, I have gone on online schools, so I know the basics of it. But what Prashant says is like, you can't understand it if you not are having a Vedic lifestyle to begin with. You have to have that Vedic foundation, because it's a Vedic subject, it's a Vedic science,
Yeah.
Vedic astrology,
Vedic
Jyotish.
knowledge completely. It's not only astronomy. It's
No.
how you eat, right? What you eat, how you stay, your posture.
Yes.
He has a very nice music. Watch your posture.
Watch
That
your
is
posture, yes,
amazing.
Yes.
that helps a lot.
Because if you understand yourself, then you will eventually understand everything around you too, because it's connected.
Yeah.
And that's the science of Jyotish, how the stars, the planets are connected to you.
And then, after you do these basics, which he calls basics, I mean to eat properly, to speak properly, to stay properly, so things which we have we had to learn these things when we were children.
Yes.
But nobody knows that this is a
No.
lost knowledge which he is giving it to us. But anyway, we can do it now also. So we
Yes.
do it. So after we get these basics, then we can go to astrology. We can go to every kind
Yes, we
of
have
subject.
we have to build a foundation. Like Jyotish is a very high level topic.
Secondary and tertiary. Like
Secondary and
he's saying.
tertiary, exactly. And you can't go to that high level before you have
Yeah,
a
the
good, strong
foundations,
foundation. And that's why PT is so kind to always help us
With the
from the
basics.
level we are.
Yeah,
So
because
the
every
basics.
being, for example, when every being should be seen as what state that being is. It means how much power you have inside your body, how much you can control your body. It means you have a balance of body. You are in control of your own body, and you are in control of your spirit and mind, or soul, if you get one.
Yes.
And so if you do these things, you get more sense, because you are also connected with nature, like we said. You are eating properly. Our posture is properly centered, mouth, the breath. And you don't have to go to yoga, like we said, to get this breath. It was very hard to, these breath techniques they teach you on yoga. It's
Yes.
so stupid. You have to be quiet. It comes by its own self. It comes automatically. If you do the centering, your breath, your energy sides, left and right sides, they get balanced by itself if you work with it by centering. That was quite new to me. And that it works. I've done that one with the yoga, it doesn't work. And this one, which is very easy, you can do it at home, just staying and relaxing. That is meditation, like he's saying, medi in the middle.
Exactly.
Centering.
That is centering, meditation.
Meditation, you can do it at home. You don't have to go nowhere.
And as Prashant points out also, that meditation is something you do all the time.
Yeah.
Not just for half an hour or 1
on
hour.
the course, right?
Yes. It's all the time. So if you stay in a centered posture all the time, then you are meditating all the time.
Right. Exactly. Good. Yes. Very good.
Very good.
Do you have another point which we should mention? This is good for a start.
This is good for a start, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can to Prashant.